Hell feels like a place on earth. If you could think of the worst things that can ever happen, you guessed it, they already happened here. Unconsciousness feels like an inescapable virus that touches a fresh wound inside all of us. This place can sometimes feel like an internal suffering, a torture chamber that kills every part of us that can bring us back to connection, especially the connection to ourselves. This hell is not a place. What I already mentioned is not the entire truth. This is the aspect that pain convinces us about, and that's completely normal. There is nothing to be ashamed of. Hell is not a place. Hell is our self-abandonment. Hell is what we created in ourselves in order to survive. Hell is something that we discover the moment when we need to adapt to trauma, to disconnection, to neglect. Hell is the act of self-abandonment which was sorrowfully forced upon us, and we accepted it because our body, mind, and soul wanted to survive. What do I mean by survival? Survival for us is connection. This primal need involves needing to fit in with our family, relatives, friends, co-workers, because of our tribal biological nature. Now, you have every right to ask yourself, how can hell be ever a good place if all of this is true? Why would we want to be here? Why would we want to live? Well, we must experience hell because it's still a part of purgatory and heaven. If you really think about it, hell is the way to heaven, and we need to be willing to face our hell in order to experience a heaven we have never seen before. Hell is the great place where we face what we have done, and think about how much we have abandoned ourselves and others. We can turn hell into the best opportunity to self-reflect and bring ourselves back. Hell gives us two choices: to wither in conformity and comfort, and self-abandon again and again, or to look into what causes our greatest suffering and end the vicious cycle of war between the parts in ourselves that cause these constant acts of self-abandonment. Auguste Rodin's Bronze Gates of Hell brings us into this truth that hell is not bad in and of itself. Hell is an aspect of truth, a reminder of what we have forgotten, what we have sorrowfully left behind. These hundreds of human figures reflect our internal suffering that we created in order to connect with the environment, while we are sitting like the thinker in the center, constantly choosing one of these two choices. This piece is an excellent representation of this truth. It provokes such a deep understanding of hell as a part of us. It's such an accurate depiction because we always sit in the center and self-reflect, while these 200 figures represent the abandoned parts of our consciousness, which always pull the strings in the background. Auguste was really inspired by Dante's Inferno. He imagined the scenes of the Divine Comedy as a world with limitless space and lack of gravitational pull, which promoted more experimentation by the artist when it comes to the bodily and emotional expressions in sexuality. Thanks to this experimentation, Rodin successfully captured the figure's emotions of unbearable agony and suffering. He abandoned Dante's specific themes and focused on expressing forbidden love, punishment, suffering, with suggesting unapologetic sexuality, maternal love, and contemplation. If you are in hell right now, let this be a reminder that you have a choice in how you decide when it comes to self-abandonment. This can be a perfect opportunity to decide between connection and disconnection, and most of the time, that's why we are there. What would you choose?